Yo guys, so what's up? It's the weekend and yeah, we're going to be having a weekend analysis of firstly everything that was going on this past week. I'm going to be analyzing all the trades I took, all the analysis I took and all the trades I took. Those two things we're going to be doing that. And then thirdly, we're going to be journaling every oh my bad. Thirdly, we're going to be journaling everything that happened for the past week. So we can just have a brief overview and then kind of lastly kind of go through everything and see where we can improve or where we should minimize our attention. So firstly, let's do this. Let me just minimize this a bit. Let me minimize this. I don't know. For now, let me put it right here. Let's go to our chart. Let's go to our chart, right? This was last week Friday's. This was Friday's analysis. This was Friday's analysis. So I'm gonna go to Monday's. Gonna go to Monday's. I don't know where to put this. Let me leave it right there for now. So let's look. Let's do this. Monday 28th. Okay, it has to be this past. It has to be. It is this past Monday, right? I'm not certain. Let me just have a look real quickly. Um, 28th. Yeah, it is this past Monday. Okay, I think this was this what time? Okay, it was around 4:30. Seems like this was a 4:30 analysis. I might have just taken it later, but this was supposed to be a 4:30 analysis. So there's 1, 2. This is the next day. This is 9:30. I kind of remember that one too. Why is there no trade here? It means that day I didn't trade. Okay, that's fine. Days. This is Thursday. So Wednesday I didn't trade. And then this is Friday. Okay, so there's only four trades that I took for this past week. Well, only four analysis that I had for the past week. All right. Okay. Cool. So now I'm gonna go to Monday. And I'll have a look at Monday. And let's see what went wrong with Monday. Why did our trade not happen the way it was supposed to? Also, what was happening Monday? Okay, this is 5 minutes. And from the looks of this, it seems like I was trading one. Okay, let me keep it for now. So one, I think this is before I decided that one is yeah, but if I did that, why did I continue taking? Right? Because if I did one, then that means let's go to the my bad. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. Because if I said MMC plus one, 28, right? I said one. No, no. I think I said one because I kind of remember now. I'll show you guys. I think I said one because okay, let me not. I'll show you guys in a minute. For now, let me just come back here. But I see why I said MMC. I see why I said MMC. Make this a bit smaller. I see why I said MMC. Let's do this really. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. Now I don't know why that thing doesn't want to hide. Okay, but anyway, I'm not gonna focus too much on that. So, here, obviously, I probably said MMC because of this line right here, and then I probably also said one because of. Let me go to the 5 minute and show you guys. I probably said one because of yeah, because of this right here. These two, I'm going to show you now. These two. Remember, with one at the time, one was like if this breaks and it comes back here and then it rejects at that point. When it comes to this second point, it's also going to reject. So that's technically two. It's not one, it's two. One is the reoccurring confirmations that haven't been broken. That's one. Two is this rejects at that point where the trend line has been broken. Rejects here, buys a bit, and then it rejects again. That's two. That's two. So but no worries, because I'm going to clean up my chart after this. Gonna clean up my chart completely after this, and then focus on the new week. Focus on the new week. So let's go to the 5 minute. I mean the 1 minute, because it's quite difficult to see what's going on there. So after now, the only thing I want to do right now, if I want to analyze, if the trade went, I want to analyze, and I'm going to analyze in two ways. If the trade went well or if it went bad, if it didn't go our way, and I'm gonna need a reason, right? I'm gonna need a reason. So here, why is it doing this? Okay, let's do that. Here you can clearly see that from that point to there, it went down because of this point right here. It went down because of that point right there. This actually doesn't surprise me. This has been happening a lot. I've been noticing this. This also happened Thursday. It also happened Thursday, where this trend line, that's this MMC trend line, that's what I'm going to start calling it from now on. This MMC trend line, or this diagonal trend line, really, that point right there, that point from where it's been broken, it usually has a bit of resistance, and that's why we saw that resistance there. It usually has a bit of resistance, and that's what we saw. That's what we saw right here. This resistance is what we saw right here. Can't really testify to this. I don't know why necessarily that happened, but what I can try to do, let's look for more sell indicators, and then we'll study the pattern of these sell indicators. But here it doesn't look like there's any sell indicators. I think this is basically it. These are all the indicators there, because had we had another indicator here, and had we had other indicators here, it would have given us a general idea of the type of trade we're going to get here. So if these trade kept on getting broken, but as you can see from this one already, this is so clearly this indicator was only there on the 5-minute time frame. That indicator was only there on the 5-minute time frame, and with it only being there on the 5-minute time frame, let's see, it was only there on the 5-minute time frame, and it was only there on the 5-minute time frame, right? And then so I entered the buy because of one, because of two, that is. So that's why I entered that buy. I don't really see I don't really see I'm trying my best to understand why market went down there, because now I'm looking at this diagonal trend line, and usually this is a good meaning for momentum. I'm gonna go to, you see that, you see, usually diagonal lines that look like this are a good meaning for reason for momentum. Let's go back here. Usually they're a good reason for momentum, right? But I don't know, I'm not really seeing a reason. I'm not really seeing. Okay, wait, hold on, let's do this. See, it was confirmed there that it was gonna reject, but based off of what? Based off what was this thing going to reject? Because I mean, I see that it rejected. Ooh, the race is finished. I wonder who won. I hope Max won, bro. I don't want McLaren to win this championship. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's very. I don't see a reason why this thing just suddenly turned here. The only reason I might say that I kind of get why this turned from here is because the market has this tendency, especially when it breaks, after breaking, then when it has to reach like this other point right here. I'll show you guys from what happened this Thursday. It will reach this first point, then when it has to reach here, it turns back. It turns back. But that's not much of a reason, really. That's not much of a reason, really. I'm trying my absolute best here. I don't see a reason, bro. Honestly, I don't see a reason why this thing decided to turn back here. Besides what I just mentioned, besides the fact that usually when it's chasing another price, it does not fulfill that price and just turn back close to that price. That's the one thing that I'm seeing right now. That's the one thing that I'm seeing right now. But um, the only thing I can learn from this is that I should be careful about how big I make my take profits. That's the one thing that I'm learning from this. But other than that, other than that, put that over here. This is 5 minute, right? But is this really good enough to say this is why this thing turned back? Like these double confirmation, is that really good enough reason? I don't know if that's a good enough reason. I really have no idea if that is a good enough reason. Put this over here. Put that over there. This is interesting. This indecision is interesting. Seems like market was trying to make up what to do. This is interesting. This is an interesting, very interesting formation. A very interesting formation. Right now, let's do this. Let's keep this like this and then say, if we see this reoccurring again, it's something big to take note of. If we see that reoccurring again. So for now, let's just leave it at that. For now, I'm just gonna say this thing was approaching. It was approaching that, and then because it was approaching that, it just turned back midway. That's what I can say for now. Because, sorry, I don't see any other pattern, or I don't see any other thing except for what I just drew right now. This rectangle that I just drew right now. Except for that. Except for that, really. Yeah, except for that. I don't know why this thing is doing this now. Okay, anyway, I need to move on because I don't want to spend too much time analyzing one thing. So, okay, let me break down my trading plan for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me try to enlarge my screen so I can show you guys my trading plan. Rectangle. So this is my trading plan. It's on Word document. Okay, you can barely see it. I haven't written anything, right? So I'm only gonna fill in the things. You see, there's a bunch of things, and there's like this is on Excel, right? This is gonna be my trading plan, and every time, every weekend, I'm gonna be filling in all the orders that I analyzed, or everything that I just analyzed or wanted to do. Really, I'm going to be filling it in my trading plan. So yeah, the date, the first column I have is for the date. The first column I have is for the date, which was the Monday. Monday, the 28th of April, 2025. Okay, the position and the lot size. Wait, no, this is not. So I've just forgot to show you guys that I have two separate sheets. One is for the demo trades and the other is for the real trades. I'm going to show you all the real trade that I took on Thursday, April 2025. Okay, so default position and lot size, I'm just going to say 0 point, because this is gold, right? So 0.8 position. Oh yeah, position is how many trades I took. So that's 1. So that's 10.8. 10.8 market, XAU USD, instrument. We're gonna say MMC plus 2. Remember we said MMC plus 2. MMC plus 2. MMC plus 2. MMC plus 2. Time frame. What time frame can you say? I think the time frame, you know what I'm going to do with the time frame? I'm going to put the time frame based on based off where I take the entry. That's what I'm going to do right now. Wait, but that's not really a good idea. Saying based off of where I took the entry is not really a good idea. So let me see. Based off where I took it, and this is where I took that from. I don't know what I do there, but okay. 1 minute? No, let me say 5. I'm gonna say 5 because 5. I'll show y'all something. I'm gonna say 5 minutes. I'm gonna say 5 minutes because I remember there must have been a reason why I put that thing to start there instead of on the red. There must have been a reason why I did that. This is the only disadvantage of doing analysis on a Friday. So here, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this there. So I'm gonna say 5 minutes. I'm gonna say 5 minutes. 5 minute session. What time was this? Okay, 1/2 past. So London session forecast, bullish entry. What's our entry right here? 329.163. Target. I'm gonna put the target now. Stop loss 3322.3. 0.29. Okay. Um, okay, now I'm looking for our take profits. Obviously that's TP1. So TP1 is probably gonna be like 3368.284, and then TP2 3497 3497.613. A497. And then exit is where we exited the trade. So because this is demo, I'm gonna delete the exit. Wait, or yeah, let me just, yeah, let me do this. Let's say this was, let's say this was a loss because it did run to, my stop loss. As you guys can see here, it did run to my stop loss. Sorry about that. It did run to my stop loss. So just gonna say exit as stop loss. Profit loss, and then reason. Okay, yeah, let's put in another column for reason. Insert reason. I think I'm gonna name that square 3, bro. I think I'm gonna name that square 3. Three. 3. I think I'm gonna name that square 3 because I think that square might have been the reason why. And stop hunt. SH is stop hunt. Okay, I think I'm gonna name that square 3, bro. Let me do this. I made a mistake. Okay, so that was for Monday. Okay, that was for Monday. Now let's go to Tuesday. So this is what happened Tuesday. Tuesday, more or less the same thing. I don't know why I'm saying more or less because, okay, yeah, more or less because of the stop hunt. More or less the same thing because of the stop hunt. Let's see. So we're taking this thing down. You can see our we had that confirmation on the 5 minute. Had these probably on the 1 minute. Had that one on the 5 minute, taking this thing down. We had that one on the 5 minute, taking this thing down. I remember here changing my mind about one because it was undecided because it didn't really reject at that same level. That's why I decided to start selling. Remember, I was very confused. I didn't know what to do. I was very confused. Let's go to 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. This was Tuesday. This was Tuesday. This was Tuesday. This was Tuesday. So we have that. We also have this. Also have that. I'm gonna draw a square. Watch what I'm gonna do now. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm learning about 3. I'm learning about 3. I'm learning about 3. So we have that. So we can clearly see that we got taken out here because of the stop hunt. Literally, this was literally a stop hunt. So if this was the case, why did I sell instead? I think definitely though my reasons for selling were because of that one. Those were probably my reasons for selling, but also because these were broken. Here we had this. Seems like we also had another one here. Seems like we also had another one there. Right? Okay. I think I learned something new. 100% learned something new. So this is gonna be 3. This is 100% going to be 3. So 3 from now on means whenever there's like a square and we have indicators at the top and at the bottom, wherever it breaks, that's gonna tell us which direction this thing is gonna go in. Okay, now I'm just gonna analyze a bit more. Yeah, gonna analyze a bit more. Okay, this is not really. Okay, that. No. Let's leave that. Let's leave that. These other ones aren't really showing me anything. Yeah, these other ones aren't really showing me anything. This was just a stop hunt. I don't need to explain that. That was just a stop hunt. Not just a stop hunt really. Like I said, this thing does have a tendency that when it breaks that diagonal trend line, it does reject from that point. So it's a stop hunt and that at the same time. Don't know what I'm gonna name that, but that. But I don't like trading that because it's not really clear on direction, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, yeah, let's just keep drawing confirmations and having an understanding about how this thing moved. Um, right here too. Let's just keep drawing these and having an understanding about how this thing moved. Can I really say this was one? Can I really say this was nah? It doesn't look like three. It looks like something a bit more different, but I don't want to give my attention to that. It does sort of though. It would have been better if we had something else like here, you know? Maybe it's on the 5 minute and I'll have a look shortly, but let me finish what I'm doing here first. Okay, seems like this was TP1. That was TP1. It's hard to find a reason why this thing rejected here. Let's do this. Let's go analyze and stop wanting to be making excuses. Let's analyze. What does the chart say? What does the chart say? My bad. What does the chart say? Okay, there's no other confirmation. There's no other confirmation. Okay, 5 minutes. Let's go to the 5 minute. If we don't see anything else here, we can move on. We can 100% move on. Okay. A lot more confirmations on the 5 minute. A lot more confirmations on the 5 minute. Can probably draw a square here, but I mean, it looks like so much effort. It looks like so much effort, and it's very can definitely draw a square there. Can definitely say this was 3. Can definitely use this as 3. Definitely use that as 3. Wouldn't want to use this though. See, that's the thing with 3, bro. 3 doesn't look very efficient if you ask me. You know? I mean, it's good here. It's good there because you can get that piece there. My bad. I need to go back. Need to go back. You can do this. You can do this. You can do that too. Right? Then we can say with 3, we can say the moment this thing breaks, then you can, the moment that thing breaks, then you can close, right? moment that thing breaks, then you can close. Okay, so I think we'll use this as our reason why this thing didn't go into profit. Right now, we'll use this as a reason why this thing didn't go into profit. Right now, we will use that as the reason why this didn't go into profits. But you know, TP1 was good, but also this thing later came back and then it completely went into direction. So I don't want to say necessarily it was 3 because of that reason. Anyway, yeah, let's mark down. Let me trading plan this thing. So that was Tuesday, right? Tuesday on the 29th. Tuesday, 29th of April 2025. 1 0,8 1 0,8 market Xauusd instrument. What was the reason for selling here? What was the reason for selling here? What was the reason for selling here? Can I say MMC? Like I can probably say 1. I could probably say 1. I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1. 1 in the sense that I mean, we had this. We didn't really have other confirmations, but we had that one. Then these ones kept on being broken. So for that, I'm gonna say 1. For that, I'm gonna say 1. For that, I'm gonna say 1. Time frame. We can use 1 minute. I can rock with 1 minute. Let's say 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. Session London. Let's look. Oh, is this? This looks like a morning session. Okay, no. Oh, okay. It means the other one was New York. My bad. The other one was New York. So this one is a London session. This one was London session forecast. Bearish. And then entry was 3316.554. 0.554 target. We can have the first point at 3304. 3304. That can be our first point. And the second point I'm gonna leave open, but our stop loss can make that like 3322. Yeah, we can make it like 33. No, say 33. That's our stop loss. So exit, we'll say we exited at our stop loss. We exited at our stop loss. Profit loss because of the stop hunt and 3. Stop hunt plus 3. Right. Stop hunt plus 3. I don't know. Should I include that? Did this thing run into profits? Because now I feel like the way this is set up is just set up in a way that it seems like all my trades didn't run into profit. So I'm going to make another column here. Right. this. Insert another column. Oh wait, no, without the color, bro. Insert. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna change exit to loss and then put in another one and say profit, right? And then at profit, I'm gonna have a measure of how many points this thing ran into profit. So 3 up until, I'm gonna say profit here is gonna be, for here I'm gonna say TP1, right? Yeah, okay, I think this is a good measure. This is a good measure. Instead of writing things, I'm gonna be, no, what did I just do? Yeah, this is good. This is good. I like this. So I changed exit to a profit column and a loss column. So now I will have these two columns to write down specifically how much did I lose in a, like how much did I lose specifically, and how much did that analysis potentially run into profits, right? So yeah. TP1, the other one, how much profits did the other one run into? How much profits did the other one run into? Wait, let me just do this. 3352. 3352. Entry. So that's like 23 plus 23. Right? Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. So that was Tuesday. This was Monday and Tuesday, right? And then we also, wait, where's my notebook? So I can write down these two things that I learned before I snooze them. Sorry. So these notes I am going to turn into a PDF, and then I'm gonna make it into a book with these notes. All right. So let me say trend line inclination definition momentum, right? I'm going to say steep trend line equals high momentum, right? This is based off of this right here, but within two conditions. It means there's going to be a high momentum if these two conditions are met. If the trade is in the trend line, or if the trade is like going down like this. Those are the two conditions for having high momentum in a steep trend line. If condition 1, right? Let's do this. I'm going to draw a chart. If bullish inside trend line, if condition 2, right, bearish inside, outside trend line, then there will be high momentum equals large candlesticks, right? And then I also have to make note of 3, right? Let's do this. How did I write? I'm just gonna say 3, right? Then remember, with 3 I have to have indicator, and then market, and then market, and then have that, and then we have that, right? So this is 3. So if indicators form a square wherever the market breaks, will be the direction of trend until the market breaks the indicator in the direction of trend, then exit, then exit. Okay, that's 3. Yeah, so that was Monday and Tuesday. Now let's go to Thursday. Damn, how long have I been streaming? Yo, it's been 40 minutes. What? That's crazy. Okay. So here, this is clearly 2. This is clearly 2. 2 is wait, no, this is not 2. This is 1.2. This is 1.2. 1.2 is 1, meaning continued confirmation, but the continued confirmation has been tested, right? So that's basically what this is. And then we have our TP stop loss entry based off that, Here, this is two. This is why I emphasize to you guys that uh, two is quite efficient for anyone who's scalping. You can really try to enter off of two, like just expect the market to reject whenever it gets here, and then you can just like that's two. But the original two, well, two, the real two is market would have to reject a lot higher and then come back, and then once it comes back here, that's when you can look to go up. This rejected, but like a little bit, not that much. This rejection is not enough to consider this a two movement. So yeah, so yeah, so this is where I took this trade. And damn, bro, this trade really, man, did a lot to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna go through it if we have time. We're gonna go through it. Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. The reason why this thing reversed. Trying to find now a reason why this thing reversed. Let's draw. Let's draw. Let's draw our confirmations. Let's draw our confirmations. Oh wait, this is. We can draw that. Yes, we like that. We can draw that. We can also draw this right here. We'll take that. Looking for 3, because usually 3 shows up quite a lot. There's another rejection over there. It's so very difficult to see why this thing rejected. So difficult to see why this thing rejected. Okay, you can put that there. Oh, this is 1 minute. This is good. Means on the 5 minute we'll probably find something. This is good. This is good. Okay. Not much of a 3, or not much in terms of 3 am I seeing. Does seem like there's something forming there though. Does seem like there's something that was forming here and here. Something was probably forming, but we'll see it clearly as we go to the 5 minute time frame. Okay, let me look for my charger. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now let's go to the 5 minute time frame. Where were we? We were right here. We were right here. So I don't see a square, bro. It has to be a clear square, bro. Not like one that's mixed with a lot of indicators. Because if it's mixed with a lot of indicators, it's more like we're forcing the square and it's not like a clean square. So it shouldn't have a bunch of indicators inside of it. It shouldn't have a bunch of indicators inside of it. Like here, if I'm really pushing, I could form a square of sorts. Like there, somehow there. But you see, that's not, no, that makes no sense. No, that definitely makes no sense. Unless we do something like this. Where's my drawing tool? Unless we do something. Wait. My bad. Let's go back. Give us the same tool. Unless we do this, and that. What's that? What's this? I don't know what that is, but no. That just doesn't look right. Looks like an M of sorts. But that does not look right. But I guess the same thing kind of happened here. The same thing kind of happened there. You see, are y'all seeing what I'm trying to show you? And then look at this over here. What's that? Nah. I don't like what I just did right now. I mean, you could do this. Isn't there like a triangle? You could do this. You could do that. You could do that. I mean, you could, but that's far-fetched, bro. That is completely far-fetched. Okay, no, I don't like the triangle. I think I'd rather try to draw the rectangle. Rotated triangle, huh? Let's do this. Wait, what? No. None of that. None of that. No. This is taking it too far. Now we're just looking for whatever, bro. So here I'll literally just say I would say the same thing here, that it was just approaching a take profit and then market decided to turn. That's the best I can do, honestly speaking. I don't know any other reason besides that, bro. Market was just approaching a take profit and then it decided to change direction. That's what I can say. Approaching a take profit. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. I can't find a reason why market decided to turn there. And obviously I can't now expand this because it's already difficult enough analyzing on my phone. Okay. Yeah. So let's say Thursday. Let's say Thursday. Thursday. 01 May 25 1 0,8 XAUUSD. What was the reason? 1.5 1 point 1.2 1.2. Time frame 1 minute. We'll take 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. Session. What time was this? So this was New York. This was New York session. For forecast. Bearish. Entry 3 222. Target. I even remember the target was 3200. TP2. Let me not write TP2. Okay, stop loss 3228. Okay, this definitely makes sense because yeah, no, wait, what? No, if this was then it has to be 30. It has to be 230 because our risk, we always risk 8 points. And then stop loss, it hit stop loss. Profit, it turned at 3204. So 3204 minus it's how much less? Like 18, right? Plus, it's like 18 plus 18. Profit and loss. Yep, there was definitely a stop hunt for this too. Stop hunt plus return at TP. Stop hunt plus return at TP. Wait, where do I? No, nigga, I want to make it all caps. Apparently it's not here. Okay, anyway, let's go to Friday. Let's go to Friday straight and see what happened Friday. Let's see what happened Friday. So seems like Thursday there was no It was not returned by 3. So it would have been also inversely kind of difficult to find an entry using 3. Um, Friday. Wait, why is this here? Why is that there? I wonder why is that there. No, why is that there? You see, bro. I kind of missed. Now I don't know. You see now. Now I'm gonna have to use my brain and figure out. That makes much more sense. That makes much more sense. Okay. Okay. So Friday. Looking for an entry. We see that here there's only these sell confirmations. This is 5 minute. This is 1 minute. Let's go to 5 minute. We see only a bunch of sell confirmations, and we see market approaching that trend line. We also see this right here. So probably take that. Let's put that there. Yep, let's just put that there. Yeah, let's put that like this. I don't want to put it there. So we can put that. Dude, there is all